in contact range. This is the Virginia Bushcrafter. Waiting for one of you good fellows or ladies to come in. I'm just chit-chatting out here in the bush. Fun. I mean big fun. I'm trying to get as much time in the bush as possible because that's where you do all of the learning. Most of the learning. And I'm just going to stoke this fire up real quick. Hey, I see. Hey, KP, how you doing, my man? Hey, I'm out here in the bush just having fun once again. How's that weather in Louisiana? I hope it's good. Yeah, I'm just out here practicing, man. Today, hey, we see 5 people. Thanks for coming in. The Shelter Grandma, thank you for coming in. I definitely appreciate it. Hey, today, what I worked on today is I did an example of a lean-to shelter, and I turned it into a Plow-Point, and from a Plow-Point, I turned it into an A-frame. This is the A-frame over here. It's about 2.5 feet high, but I did get in it today. I was demonstrating how it can keep you warm. Hey, Maccabeus, how you doing, man? It's good to see you. I hope all is well. Yeah, guys, again, I was concentrating on shelter. A lean-to. This was a lean-to, and then I turned it into a Plow-Point, and now an A-frame. And you can see the inside of it. Very, very small. But the purpose of that A-frame is to keep you warm. So, and then I made a Swedish Fire, or if you want to call it a 12 fire, where you split the log into 4. However, because you can see here, I had to use 5. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Part of the log broke. Oh, you're outside enjoying the wind with your pet tumor. Okay, beautiful day. Yes, it is. But yeah, I just made a torch fire, and this thing's going to last at least 3 hours. It's been going for about an hour now. This is it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's really supposed to be 4 logs, but because of the wood, you know, one piece of wood broke off. So I just made it into, hey, it's working. So how's everyone doing? I hope there's not going to be too much movement. I don't have a tripod with me today, but I'm sitting next to this nice cozy fire. Even though the sun is shining here, when you move away from the fire, you definitely can feel the chill. But I'm also having some wonderful tea. The tea that I'm having, the tea called the pale green tea. It's lemon, but this is really good tea. So, yes, please, guys, I appreciate it. Hit the thumbs up. Yeah, you know, YouTube makes you work, but you know what? You got to enjoy it. I love it. I think it's one of the greatest things to prepping for the ages. Okay, good. Blueberry bush arrived in the mail, blueberry bushes arrived in the mail a month ago, and the plants are already budding. That's wonderful. You know what? This is the second weekend in a row that I forgot to bring my carrot seeds. Hey James, how you doing, man? I'm glad. Yeah, you know what? I'm glad you could catch me live, man. Um, I'm out here again for one day. I'm gonna try to get an overnighter next weekend because I'm out of town the weekend afterwards. But I'm gonna try to get out at least two more times before I go out of town. Um, but yeah, I came out today again just to recap. Is that I made a lean-to shelter, a 5x7. I converted that into a Plow-Point, and then I made an A-frame, and that's the A-frame there. But you can really see a good demonstration on the video because actually I did go inside the A-frame and the Plow-Point. So I wanted to, the most important things is shelter, and then fire, and that is why I made this fire today. Before I go out of town, I want to make a star fire. Star fire is just gonna be maybe six logs. I'm gonna dig a little fire pit. They're gonna be the points of them will be over the fire pit, and that's gonna be a good way to adjust your heat by pulling them back and pushing them forward. So, yeah, but yeah, guys, I'm just out here trying to stay on course, So what's everyone else doing today? I'm just going to stoke this fire up. This is my way of turning the heat up. Yeah, that's my way of turning the heat up. Yeah, living the dream. I'm trying to, man. I'm trying to. Just, that time goes so quickly. This is what, March 21st, 22nd, something like that. Not long ago, we were celebrating New Year's, 2025. And here it is now, getting ready for April the 15th. Yeah, that April 15th comes around really quickly every year. But yeah, I came out here to practice today, and I brought different tools. I'm gonna walk over here and show you the tools that I used today. I brought this saw with me, and you know what? Yeah, did I use it today? I think I did. This is an 18-inch saw. Cuts on the push and the pull. And I also used Bud K kukri just to knock down some greenery, make some tent pegs. And I also used a hatchet. Let me go over here and sit down, and I'm going to take the sheath off, and then we can talk about these tools. Yeah, but this is what I used today, just to make some tent pegs that are the tent pegs. Let's see, where are they? Oh, here's one right here. And here's the other one. So I did that, some carving, but yeah, I really do like that kukri though. That is for sure. Yeah, this was a friend from India. They went to India and they brought this back. I really like it, man. I like the choil that's on it. Again, it's a Bud K. I think you can probably purchase these for maybe like $30. I'm not sure. Hey, Camel, how you doing, man? Kevin, thanks for dropping in. Yeah, I think you can purchase these like maybe $40 $40, $50. I'm not sure. But I had to do a lot of sharpening with this. I had to use a mill file, but it's razor sharp now. So I was cutting, I made some, I cut some greenery, but to my surprise, what I had to use more of today is my Camilla's knife. I did a lot with this knife today. I didn't expect to do that, but I did. So again, you know, every weekend that I come out, or each time I come out, I try to bring some different cutting tools. And this is the S-Wing hatchet. Yeah, I don't have a tripod with me today, but I think this is like a 3.5-inch edge. And this is what I made the wedges with. And I did bring the wedges. I did use them today. But again, the wood split into 5 pieces. So, you know, I had to make do with, hey, but the bottom line worked. And my wedges, still have them. They're over here. Let's see. Let's see if I can get all 4 of these. Yeah, I made these wedges in my garage, and they work. They do work. You'll see on the video, but it was just the wood that I had. Hey, Nomadic, how you doing, man? Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, I did these in my garage. This is one of them. You can see the edge kind of broke on this one. This one. And this one, small one. So, yeah, I'm trying to stay busy, Nomadic. You know, the time just goes so fast. Just so fast. But I think what was more fun today was making this fire. That's just my way of turning the heat up. Even though it's really not needed, but if you walk away, you can tell it. But yeah, that's what I really want to do, shelter and fire today. I'm really looking forward to doing a star fire. But then, you know, there's only so much you can do in one day. Hey, 501. Thanks for dropping in, man. I definitely appreciate it. Hey, I appreciate you guys dropping in. I know there are things that you can be doing on this Sunday, but I definitely appreciate it, man. It's definitely very, very helpful. Very helpful. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, because we got 7 people in, 15 thumbs up. Definitely appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. Yeah, and I try to get back to everyone with the comments because I get a lot of good educational comments, you know. I get some good suggestions, some good advice. And I know there's one content creator, he wants me to do a demonstration or talk about the NOAA radio, wind-up radio that I have. So I want to do that. I want to do a video on my Condor tools. I think that's really, really necessary to do a video on the Condor King Cooker Machete, the Condor Heavy Duty Knife, the Condor Mountain Pass Knife, Condor Wayfinder, and the Condor Teresa. Because I really want to talk about the difference in the blade steel, whereas the 2 larger knives have 1075 steel, which is softer, and the Mountain Pass and the Mountain Pass camp knife, the Wayfinder, and the Teresa, they have 1095 steel. So I wanted to talk about that as well. Find your friends. Thanks for coming in. I definitely appreciate it. Yeah, oh wow, we feel a little breeze come through here, but it feels good. It really feels good. Yeah, I'm trying to get out here like maybe every other day. Time goes so fast, but I'm finding out I just learn more in the field. And this is the thing. You can practice and you can practice and you can practice at home. And that is very, very good. But when you come out in the bush, you're going to run into abnormality, something that you didn't plan on. You know, for instance, I did not plan on this fire breaking into 5 pieces. But I used 36 bank line to bind it, and I dug a little fire pit here to put it in the ground. And this is just kindling that I have that's I won't need because it burns from the inside. So that's pretty cool, I think. Orlando, how you doing, man? Thanks for dropping by. Hey, Far Out, how are you doing? Far Out Adventures, yeah, man. I like your little shorts there when you stop at the truck stops. Love truck stops. They know me. You know, hey guys, I drive to Texas like almost every summer. I don't know if I'm going to do it this summer, but this is not strange. When I get on the highway, I take 64 to 81 to 40 to 30 and 35 on into Texas. I stop at every single Love truck stop. Those are my mile markers. I have this map. This Love has this map with every truck stop that's on there. And I just, for some reason, I've gotten into the habit. I will stop at Love's, every Love truck stop, and I stop at what is it? Every what's that other one? Oh my God, it's on the tip of my tongue. Oh God, what is it? It's very large. Large one in Tennessee. Buc-ee's. I would stop at every Buc-ee's. So Love and Buc-ee's, I always stop there. Hey, KL, thanks for dropping in, man. I appreciate it. But yeah, that's what I do. But yeah, I just it's just, you know, I'm trying to get out in the bush as much as I can. I'm trying to learn as much as I can. PAEMT, thank you for dropping in. Definitely appreciate it. Yeah, I try to get out here as much as I can. And when I made the A-frame today, the A-frame is like really, really easy to make. But I use a 5x7 tarp. And if this tarp was Milo, that's it right there. I'm even thinking about just taking all of this debris and just kicking it up one day and just make this a very stealth. You know, I think that would be fun. Do that one day and just make that stealth. But and then even by putting that debris there, if it's cold, that's going to give you some insulation. But yeah, when I got in there, it was nice, tucked in and warm. It was actually this morning when I went in there. I'm good on how about yourself, and love your channel. Thank you so much, man. I definitely appreciate it. I try to bring good content, you know, try to be realistic. And I think once you're out in the bush, you can only be realistic, you know, because you're dealing with, even though it's a very nice sunny day, I mean, it's really nice, but I mean, I see so much wood out here. They're just like challenges that so many things that I want to do. For example, I'm going to show you this log. If you see this log right here, this log goes all the way to the roof. And this is nothing but fat wood. All of this is just fat wood. So I want to take this log, cut this log into maybe 2 pieces, and then I'm going to take this log here, and I'm going to make a what is that? Siberian fire, but that's really good for the winter time. Yeah, I apologize for moving around so much, but so I hope you guys were able to see those logs. And the fun part about that, I get to use a 26-inch S-Wing axe. I've only had it out in the bush once, and it performed very well. Sounds quite a day there, dry there. Yeah, it is. Raking back leaves, yeah, debris. Chances of cooking fire accidentally spread. Yeah, yeah. That's why I say again, whenever you make a fire, definitely have a shovel around and water, and spread the leaves back. But yeah, you have to be very, very careful when it's windy. Very, very careful. But I think, I started this today. I had some fat wood dust, and after you have the you cut out the center part of the Swedish torch, and I put the fat wood dust there, and I had a time lighting it because I had it down too far, and the sparks from the ferrocerium rod really wasn't going down that far. So I really had to do a lot of scraping, and they finally went down there. Okay, thanks a lot, Nomadic. I appreciate you dropping in. You take care. Have a good one now. Have you ever set up any traps? No, I haven't. I have not set up any traps. I'm really not knowledgeable of setting up any traps. There were some forest fires in Roanoke, Virginia, I think due to an improper camping. Yeah, that's why I tell people, when you leave, you must have water to put that fire out. And once it's out, put your hand on that fire, on those wet coals. You want to make sure there's no heat. And I take the shovel, I just turn the dirt over, turn it over. But I bring water specifically to make sure that the fire is properly extinguished. Because, a fire can burn underground. And so you don't want to take that chance. But it's sad to hear that there was a fire from Roanoke, possibly from someone doing some camping, And then again, like I say, improper camping. I mean, there are designated areas that you can camp with fire rings, but I'm just glad that in my jurisdiction that they do have, at the wildlife management areas, they do have primitive camping. Now, you can primitive camp on these areas up to 12 days. If you're going to stay for 12 days, I'm pretty sure you have to notify the wildlife management area to let them know that you are doing so. And I think that I don't remember the number of people that you can have at one time, but the most I've done out here, it's 2 nights, and I was with 2 other guys. The rest of the times that I've spent nights here, it's only been me, and it's been 1 night. So I didn't have to notify the wildlife management area, but someone do know where I am, and I'm sure that they do have a ranger house here at this location. So are you cooking? I did cook. I had some teriyaki rice, and I had 2 oranges. So yeah, and I cooked that on the Swedish Fire. Yeah, I want to make sure that this fire is out before I leave. Now, the good thing about this torch fire or Swedish Fire, once I put it out, I can use it again, because I very seriously doubt a shelter for navigation and signaling. You got to have those things, and everything to me is built off of that. Everything's, yeah. The video, you will get to see me actually cook on the Swedish Fire, and they're great for cooking. They really are. Now, if it's very, very cold, I would not use this to stay warm, because the heat it just goes up straight up. But nevertheless, it keeps you warm. I mean, the heat feels good right now, sitting right next to it. It feels really good. Yeah, But yeah, I'm just I'm looking forward to doing some specific videos. I even want to do some videos fishing at night. Um, I got all my fishing equipment together and everything, so yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that. Yep. So I hope everyone is doing well. I know a lot of people probably watching the what is it, NCAA basketball tournament. I really I haven't watched a lot of college sports, but I don't even watch a lot of professional sports. I'll watch basketball and football once they get down to like the final four. But other than that, the season is too long, and I'd rather be in the bush than watching the television. I'm going to hop off. Okay, here. Looking forward to your next live stream. Okay, thanks a lot, Far Out. Hey, you be careful on that highway, man. And when he drives those 18 wheelers, that is a lot of machinery. Oh man, I'm telling. I don't think I could do that. Those things, man. You have to be alert at all. Well, anytime you're driving, you have to be alert. But I'm sure you're really looking out for yourself and the other drivers as well. Yeah, you take care, Far Out. I definitely appreciate you dropping in. Yeah, this is just another Sunday. Just out here trying to practice my skills, trying to perfect them more so, trying to be much more efficient with my tools and everything. Right there, I'm just soaking the pot that I ate from. So I always bring camp soap with me. The camp soap and hand sanitizer. And I have all the foil paper with me that I did not use. But you can actually make a hey, how's it going, Kevin? Thanks for dropping in. You can actually make a cup with foil paper, and of course you can use it for a windshield. I've seen content creators actually use foil papers for heat retaining. Like you have the heat wall to block the wind. It blocks the wind, but by having the aluminum, it reflects the heat back to you inside to your shelter. So I always bring foil paper with me. But yep. So but that's basically what I did today, man. I'm really glad I got to do that. Lean-to converted to a Plow-Point and eventually making an A-frame. The A-frame it's very easy. It's very common. I've never made one before. I mean, even with the 10 by 10, that's going to be even much larger. That's greater. But I wanted to do it with a 5 by 7. I mean, yeah, 5 by 7. So when you get inside of that, your body's going to retain much more heat because there's less space. So that's one reason I demonstrated that, and it's very easy to camouflage them. This A-frame here is just knee level for me. Yep, knee level for me. So any of you guys ever get out and do any camping or bushcrafting, fishing, or anything like that? I'm sure it's enjoyable. Wow, this smoke. Yeah, once I get home, it's like everything comes off in the foyer, goes into the garage, and head to the shower. And after that's done, then the clothes go into the washing machine, or they stay in the garage for a week. But yeah, you have to be your own stove or gas stove or electricity stove controller of the heat. If you want to turn the heat up, it's going to require some oxygen. You know how to flint knap. So I don't know how to do flint knapping. I've seen it. It's something that I would like to do. I mean, flint knapping. I just I would get to it someday. One thing that I have to do is bow drill. I have a bow drill set at home, and I've practiced with it twice. And sometimes I forget that I have it. I was going through some stuff last night, and I said, sooner or later, I think what I'm going to do with the bow drill is practice with it outside in my backyard. Before I come out here, I want to be able to make sure that I do know how to use it, that I can get an ember. If I get an ember, I know I can get a fire going. Yeah, that is for sure. But this fire is going to be very, very easy to put out because it's a small fire. Yeah, bow drill. Bow drill. Also, I've seen the hand drill, and I've seen plow drill. I think I would like to try the hand drill, but I think I'm going to try the bow drill first. You guys or anything like that, or I hope it's not buffering or anything like that. But yeah, but I just find bushcrafting to be very challenging. People used to tell me that if you do it every day or every other day, you're going to run out of things to do. It's just that every time I come out here, I find out there's more to do. I don't think you could ever run out of things to do when it comes to bushcrafting. Keeping your knife sharp, keeping it honed, maintain it, scouting different areas, learning navigation, all the different type of fires, learning about the different trees, the oak tree, beech tree, walnut, pine tree, cedar tree, the plow drill is basically where you have a board. Let's say like if you have this board, if you have this, I'm going to show you on my knee, you actually will have a groove. You will cut a groove in here, and then you take a smaller stick, and you just rub it back and forth. So there would be a groove here, and you would take a stick, and you just roll it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, until you get an ember. Yeah, if I had something, as a matter of fact, I forgot to have some twigs here. Let me see if I can give you a better example. So again, let's just say this is a piece of wood. This is the wood here. And you have a piece of kindling this size or larger, and you're going back and forth because you're going to cut a groove. You're going to take your knife and cut a groove in here, and you're going to go back and forth, and that friction is going to create an ember. And once you get that ember, you can then put it into your kindling. Yeah, but I've not seen anyone do that. I've only seen it on YouTube. I've only seen people. Well, actually, the thing is, I just really haven't seen in the area that I live in. I've only actually met up with 2 other guys, and we did some camping. But I guess bushcrafting is something that's not really known or really big in the area that I live in. I think I'm going to have to take some classes. There's a guy, he actually teaches navigation, bushcrafting, and so forth. I think I'm going to have to take a class here just to meet some people that are interested in doing bushcrafting. I mean, camping is fun. But bushcrafting, it's somewhat because when you're camping, you're bringing all your amenities. You're bringing your pillow, you bring your food, you bring your snacks. You can walk on trails with signs. Whereas bushcrafting, it's just you and Mother Nature. I mean, I know exactly where I am. I've been to this spot several times, but the reason I keep coming back to this spot is because, hey, Freedom to be. How you doing, man? Thanks for dropping in. watching on the mute so that you have more views. Hey, I definitely appreciate it. Currently getting my news on. Okay, but yeah, I definitely appreciate it, man. But yeah, being in the bush is basically like self-reliance. I came in this morning. It's like, okay, slow down. There's no need to rush. Because I tried it. You can try and do too many things in one day, but every time I come in, I try to feature at least two things. And today, again, I wanted to focus on shelter and a fire. So I'm hoping that at least someone can learn something. I can teach someone something. Because that's what that's how I learn, is watching other content creators, doing a lot of reading and so forth. And it seems like it's just not enough time in the day to do everything that you want to do when it comes to the bush. But I always try to make it a practice of at least cook a meal while you're in the bush. Um, I think it's fun. It's fun. But I really have to learn foraging. I have foraged pine. I have made pine needle tea. I have, of course, acorns. They're everywhere. Blueberries, mulberries. Other than that, I have not done any foraging. But you really want to be careful. You really want to know about the plant before you don't want to do any guessing. Don't want to do any guessing. Yep. So it says okay. Yeah. But yeah, just out here having fun, man. I think this is it's a lot of fun for me. I really enjoy it. I really enjoy it. And I think you really have to enjoy this. You got to have a great, I don't say you have to love it, but you got to have a passion for it. Um, I mean, I'm only 20 miles from home, but to get in your car and drive 20 miles and to come out into the bush. And the thing is, I keep missing the harsh weather. When it's very cold and snow, I've missed I've missed it all every year. So I'm gonna have to rearrange my schedule next year, where January, February, so that I can be in the Virginia area when it snows, and hopefully that it does snow, because it would be good to actually do some bushcrafting in the snow. I've done some in very light rain, but you really have to build up to that, to really be comfortable knowing that you are protected in the cold or in the harsh weather. You really have to want to do that, and I think, to me, maybe strange, but I think it's fun. Hey, Outdoors with Dan, how are you doing? I definitely appreciate you coming in. That is for sure. Yeah, I try to teach as much information as I possibly can, because that's just how I learn, from watching a lot of YouTube content creators. Watched a lot of Corpus Corner, Cold Cracker, Janet Outdoors, Jesse, Survival Lily, Survival. What's it? Living Survival. There are a lot of Sensible Prepper. Uh, on three, his name is Jason. I think it's Jason Sally. Survival Dispatch. He's on every day, and I mean, that guy's like a walking encyclopedia. I mean, he has such good content. He's on 6 days a week, and if you really want to learn some things about bushcrafting or anything to do with the outdoors, that's a great channel to do so. But yeah, I watch a lot of Greg Ovens. Oh man, that guy is really something. And I watch a lot of the Alone. That's I don't see how those guys do it. Stand out there for that, for as long as they can. And then some of them have tapped out, and some of them have to leave unwillingly. And then they're just crushed because they have to leave. But I don't think I would try anything like that. So, wow, I can feel the breeze coming back, but it's all good. I still have the fire here, and I'm going to stoke it up again. Okay. Man, that heat is refreshing. Very refreshing. Yeah, there's nothing like the real heat of Mother Nature. Yeah, so and also I'm going to an event. I can't believe it is that time already. Headed to Watkinsville, Georgia for the Georgia Bush Camp Meetup. Georgia Bush Meetup Camp or Spring Meetup. Uh, it's on a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. A lot of content creators are there. A lot of the big names were there in November. They teach a lot of classes. I'm signed up for 8 classes, 3 classes on a Friday, 4 classes on a Saturday, and 1 class on a Sunday. So they and you meet a lot of people, a lot of great people. I mean, a lot of the sponsors. I mean, knives. They even again first aid, bees, honey, navigation. I mean, that's just slingshots. Learning how to use a slingshot. They have flint napping. There's just so much there, and you just constantly are meeting very nice people and constantly learning. Yeah, I went in November, and I know I'll be going every year now. They have it twice a year, and so that's in Watkinsville, Georgia, the Georgia Bushcraft Meetup. If you get a chance and you're able to go, I would say don't miss it because you'll be wanting to go every single time. Kentucky Survival. Thanks for dropping in, man. I appreciate it. How are you doing today? How's everything in Kentucky? How's that weather? The weather's nice here. You can see it's very sunny. It's shiny. But if you walk away from the fire, you can still tell. It's spring, but there is still some chill in the air. I mean, at night I still have to turn on my heat, but I sleep with the wool blankets and everything, and then I really don't need heat. But sometimes, like last night, I still had to turn on the heat. I guess maybe about 11 o'clock last night, I had to turn. Storm, but warm. Oh, yeah, man. That's weather's you can't call it. It's unpredictable. This is spring, and you never know what type of weather you're gonna get. You watch the forecast, listen to the weatherman, the weather lady, and so forth, and you just never know. Someone told me, "Oh, it's supposed to rain today." It's like, okay, if it rains, I'm just going to be out there in the rain. I haven't seen a drop of rain. I have a poncho in the event that it does rain. Emergency blankets, the Mallard emergency blankets. I have a tarp, and if it rains, I'm only 195, maybe 200 yards from a vehicle, so it's not a big to do. Yep, I've got my volume on again. Okay, good. I'm glad you did, Freedom. Yeah, now you can hear my voice just rumbling, going everywhere. I don't know why this fire wants to keep going out. Yeah, I keep. This is a bellow that I'm using, but I don't want to put any more wood on there because I'll probably be leaving in another hour or so. I just want to burn what I have now. I probably won't even have to get a chance to burn all of that. I have learned how to read the radar system. Oh, the news likes to hype up the weather or play it down. Okay, the rain happens in a certain area, Some in the area might get it, or others might get the rain. Okay, atmosphere science is weird, but thank goodness we can monitor it. That's great. You know, this is so strange. Um, I was out of town once. It was raining where I was. I called my brother, who's maybe 15 miles away. No rain whatsoever. And even to top it off, I'm sitting inside one day. I look out the back and it's raining. Not a heavy rain, but it's raining. I go to the front door. There is no rain. So again, I go to the back. I can hear the rain hitting the carport. I go to the front. There's no rain. How does that happen? I will never be able to figure that out. But it happened, you know. It happened, which is so strange, you know. So strange. But, you know, we can't control the weather. That is for sure. But that's good that you can actually that you actually can monitor the weather, you know. The radar system, that's good. Yep, hype it up or play it down. I have seen the wall of rains and been able to reach out and touch while being completely dry. Wow, isn't that something? To be that close and not get wet and it's raining like that? That's really something. That's really something. And you know the thing about it, sometimes you know it's gonna rain. You can smell the rain, but then it never rains. You just have that sensation. You feel it, you smell it, and it doesn't rain. And then people say, "Oh well, it was just a blowover or something like that," you know. But I don't know. I don't know. It's something to really think about. But yeah, I'm just out here, man. I don't know. I'll probably start. There are other locations that I'm gonna go to, but I keep seeing the reason I come here so much. There's just so much fat wood, and I'm looking at all these logs that they're just some projects that I want to do with them. I mean, I've made suspended beds, hammock beds. I'm looking at two logs now that would be perfect for making a suspended bed. But you know how they say you go to one place and you keep going to it over and over and over. And I think this is a great learning spot for me. A very good learning spot. So, but yeah, but I don't know. There are other places I want to check out that is closer to water. And then I'll only bring like my 40-ounce canteen. It will give me a chance to actually, again, practice sourcing the water, filtering the water, and purifying the water. So those are, very good skills. And I've done that before. I just don't recommend sourcing water from a pond or anything that is still. I always look for running water, running stream, running creek, running river or something where the water's moving. So fat wood, yeah, harvest it and make a product. There's a lady, her name is Shalise. That's all she does. I mean, she collects fat wood and she makes ferrocerium rods, and she makes some of the most beautiful ferrocerium rods. They're so nice that there's no way I could take one out into the woods and use it. But yeah, fat wood. I have a lot of fat wood at home. I got a lot of fat wood last time I was here. But when I get fat wood here, it's just like I just have to burn it. I just have to burn. Shalise, yeah, that's her. She is great when it comes to fat wood. That's her. What's it called? Cisa Shell. Shalisa. I'm not sure how that's pronounced, but I've watched her many times, and man, she can make some beautiful, fantastic ferrocerium rods. Yeah. And I haven't seen her in a while, but I guess everyone has the same issue. I just don't get notifications from a lot of content creators that I used to. I go back and I find out they're unsubscribed, and I have to resub them, but a lot of them, I don't know. I don't know if it's a cycle or what, but a lot of people, are just, I don't get their notifications, but I've heard a lot of people say that same thing. They don't get other content creators notifications, but I guess that is just the world of YouTube. I guess it really is, But yeah, I'm just out here enjoying myself, having some fun. Um, I'm gonna try to get out here. Let's see, at least twice during the week. My plans are to get out here twice, get out and do some fishing before I head to Watkinsville. And yeah, my son's already asking me when am I going, because he loves just going to my place when I'm not there. And I don't mind it whatsoever. My son lives like maybe 40 miles from me, but when he comes to my place, he's only maybe 10 miles from his job, so it's not a problem, whatsoever. But yeah, and then when he comes to my place, he doesn't have to deal with the traffic going to his job. I'm saying, God, you're really lucky, man, that you only have to go 10 miles to work, and you don't have to get on a major highway. So yeah, but I'm only going to be there for the weekend. I may extend it, and something I did last time I came from Watkinsville. I can get on what's it, 95 North, 85 and 95 North. But coming back from Watkinsville, Georgia, I took the back roads all the way from Watkinsville, Georgia, all the way to Fredericksburg, Virginia. I took the back roads just practice it. Like, what if you can't get on the interstate? You have to be familiar with the back roads, and that's why I did, and it was fun. Hey, Watchman, how you doing? People don't want to pay for anything these days. How people can afford these apartment prices is beyond me. Oh my goodness, you're not kidding. You are not. I mean, I know people that are paying so much money, but it's like that's a mortgage. That's almost two mortgages. Hey, She Devil Adventures. Hello there. Yeah, they're paying these rents, but this is the thing. I heard something that said it used to take the average person 2 years to save up for a down payment. It is now 8 years to save money for a down payment. With this 20% down and the closing costs and the appraisal, the private mortgage. I mean, it's really, really expensive. And with the interest rates and the price of housing, it's just beyond me. Now, I've heard people say, well, I'm going to wait because, like in 2008, there was a housing crash. Well, I've been in real estate basically all my life. That was my job in the federal government. I did it on the outside. Real estate goes like this. As it's going down, it's still going up. That's what real estate does. It's going down, but it's going up. And I tell people, the house that you have in right now, can you go and purchase that house for the same price you did 12 months ago? You can't. So I'm not sure when people say, oh, real estate crashed, that, that the homes are going to go down. I don't know any homes that went down. I know some homes that may have stayed on the market much longer, buying a house and these. I can't either. I can't imagine it either. I mean, I think now to get a new home, you'd have to sell what you have and, to use that down payment for the other one. Everything is worth more so the counties can collect more taxes on you. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, home insurance went up, property taxes went up. I get this letter from my mortgage company. Oh, your escrow is short. Your payments gonna go up X amount of dollars. So I called and said, well, you know what? Since there's a shortage, Let me pay that shortage so that my payments don't go. They say, oh no, they're still going to go up, but not as much. They're not going to go up as much. But so it's like, so what do you want? I mean, it's beyond me. But I understand why. But it just hinders so many people from becoming homeowners. And apartments. I mean, I just cannot believe. I live in Northern Virginia. I know people that live in Arlington County, and it's right across the bridge from DC. And the amount that they're paying for rent, they they were telling me is because I don't want to buy a vehicle. All I have to do is catch a subway right across the bridge and I'm at work. Well, everyone has a different style, but I just tell them, when you are renting, you are giving away 100% of your money. You're getting back. You may get your security deposit back, but if you buy a home, you're only giving a certain percentage of your money away, but you're still building equity. Every time you make a payment, it's like putting money in the bank. But they make it so difficult now. You can get used to mobile homes up here. Just have to pay to move them. Okay. I'm stuck in Washington State, and I don't really know where else to go. Yeah, they don't make it easy for you. As long as the land you have doesn't have some sort of code on it, some will not accept older mobile home. Yeah, I've heard about that. I mean, they really have you between a rock and a hard place. Where I live, I like it. It's an HOA, and one thing that I don't like is that you cannot have a boat. They do not want to see a boat. They don't want to smell a boat. They don't want to hear a boat. So you can't even have a John boat. Now you can have a boat if you're traveling through, but to house a boat there you can't. And okay, I understand that. I can somewhat understand that. But eventually I'm going to go to a location where I can have a boat. I mean, even if I had a canoe, it's not going to fit in my garage. I have one vehicle in the garage, and I'm not going to put a canoe. They tell me I can attach it to the ceiling, and I'm just not going to take a chance of a boat, even a John boat or canoe, falling on my vehicle. That's just not going to happen. Yeah. I have what I have here. Let's see. If I had to sell everything and go somewhere else, it would be a chance, maybe better, maybe worse. Yeah. I know one thing. If I were to sell and move, my payments would double. And I'm not ready to do that. I'm just not ready to do that. I mean, you would have to to get the payments that I have now, I would have to put like 50% down. And what amazes me is that you get these calls from people, they're just doing their job, and the first thing that comes out of their mouth is, we can give you a lower interest rate. It's like, you cannot give me a lower interest rate. Do you know when I bought my home, you cannot give me a low interest rate? And sometimes I'll just play with them. I said, okay, you say you can give me a lower interest rate. You don't know my credit score. You don't know my debt to income ratio. You don't know my loan to value ratio. You don't know my income. How are you going to give me a lower rate? Well, when we get that information, I said, no. You call, you said out of your mouth, you can give me a lower interest rate. How? And then I said, listen, guy or ma'am, I don't know why you're doing that. I used to do exactly what you were doing. I was a loan originator many years ago. I know you have to qualify. You just can't call people and say I can give. 6.7% interest. No way, no way. But anyway, that's my rant. But I'm hoping the feds remember the last time they tried forcing something on Appalachia. We don't like being told what, when, or why from anyone here. I definitely understand that. And something I tell people? A lot of times people will say, You should do this. You need to do this. You ought to do this. And the first thing I'm telling them, first of all, don't ever tell someone what they should do. Don't tell them what they need to do. I think it would be much more acceptable if you would say, have you thought about this? Well, this is just my opinion. Well, this is just advice. Instead of saying, you need to do this, you should do this. Those to me are just like turn off words. I would never tell someone what they need to do. I may say, have you thought? I do that with my son. My son's, 43 years old. I'm not going to tell him, you ought to do this. You need to do this. You should. All I would say, hey, have you thought about this? This might be much more advantageous to do it this way. But I'm not going to sit there and direct, you shall do this. I'm not going to do that. I think it just makes people, they're going to do just the opposite because you're trying to direct someone, telling them what to do. But anyway, I could go on forever with that, But I pulled over on side street once and was making, and the just came out like paranoid. I was sitting there telling me to go. Yeah, I would have to have some acreage, some of life on, and some do the primitive camping without having to go far. Yeah, that's my perfect dream. Get a place that I can just walk out my backyard, walk 2 acres, 3 acres, and do bushcrafting. But then I kept saying, the only thing about it, I don't want to cut down my trees. Yeah. Like today, I had to cut some saplings down. Oh, it was so hard. It's like, where's the smallest sapling? I don't want to cut it down. Anything green, I don't like to cut it down. My sister tries telling people what they have to do. Oh my goodness. That is not good. That to me is instantly rebelling. When you tell a person what you have to do, that's just not true. I remember this one lady told me something happened on her job. She told this person, and it was a superior, you do not tell me what to do when it comes to my personal life. She said, you can tell me what to do, anything concerning this job, but you do not, in any form or fashion, tell me what to do. And I can understand. I definitely understand that. And again, I think the proper language is, have you thought about? Well, maybe this. Well, this might be advantageous. This might not. But to sit there and directly tell someone you have to, no, that's not good. But that's just family love, I guess, Yeah, and I guess so, But I'm one of those guys, just don't tell me what to do. I know right from wrong. I appreciate advice. I will listen all day long. I will sit there and I've even listened to people, and 3 days later, it's like, okay, I see their point. It's just something I didn't agree with, and I thought, okay, I see their point. They're looking at it from this point of view, when sometimes I can be tunnel vision. I see something in front of me. I don't want to hear anything from the right or the left. I'm going straight after it. But sometimes, that's why I say, just remain a student. Always listen. If you don't like it, you can always just ignore it. But at least listen. And I just tell my son a lot, We'll sit there and have a discussion. We can sing together, but we cannot talk together. Two people cannot talk. You do not have effective communication when two people are trying to talk. I tell my son that, and he understands, like, yeah, we can sing together, but only, I tell him, and it may sound blunt, I said, but when I'm speaking, listen to me until I put a period on it, and then you respond. And when you're speaking, I'm going to listen to you. When you put but we can't hear each other if we're both talking. But I guess that is just human nature. I guess it's human nature. I don't know. I got to get him out into the bush. My son loves animals. He loves dogs, but I can't get him into the bush. It's all well, if you got to work, you have to work. But it's like, hey, when you go on vacation, man, there's lakes, there's ponds, that's hunting. But yeah, we used to fish, but I guess at his age, it's really not for him, not his thing. But yeah, I have a friend that gets mad if you don't take their advice. That's sad. They'll say, "Well, you can't fix stupid." My response is, "Yep, yeah, that's so sad. Kind of sad situation of all the tree acreage are susceptible to burning now. Yeah, my people have forgotten tact. Yeah, but that's just yeah. It's I don't know, man. This is just the world today. I was talking to someone yesterday, and they were just saying how, and this person lives in Washington D.C. and they were complaining about the behavior of people, and I said to them, "What are you going to do? Do you think that? Do you think it's going to change?" I said, "You start first of all. You have to look at what they're doing, and more than likely they learned it at home. I mean, people or kids are not raised, especially like when I came up. But I said, you know what? If you want to alleviate all of this, that you're complaining, you're getting upset, move, leave. I mean, I used to live in Washington D.C. and it was fun. I was much younger. It was fun. The only time I go into the Washington D.C. is if it's business. Otherwise, for number one, I don't want to drive 55 miles and pay $25 to park, or just drive around waiting for a parking meter. If I have to go into Washington, D.C., I drive my vehicle to a subway station and I catch a subway into D.C. I do my business, I come back. But I will say, I used to live there many years. I did enjoy it. But it comes to a point that, well, it just wasn't enjoyable. You're looking for a parking space all the time. You have to get up and go move your car to the other side of the street. I remember I used to get up at like 6 o'clock in the morning, run to my car, go move it just to put it on the other side of the street. Okay, now I can go back to bed. Then I got to get up at 6 o'clock. Then I'm going to get ready to go to work. Going to come home. I'm going to drive around, look for a parking space. And then you're going to get up the next morning. You're going to get up and go look. No, that's not for me. But, some people don't mind it. I think Southern Preppers once said the fire by him is getting closer. 1.5 miles. I think, wow. Just, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's really something. But yeah, someone said to me, I think it was the day before I was out here, well, it's going to be windy. You can't make a fire when it's windy. It's like, yes, you can. If you tend to that fire properly, you dig a fire pit and you keep a shovel and some water, at least a canteen designated to put that fire out, you can make a fire. But yeah, you can't make a huge fire when and at the same time the leaves were wet. But yeah, you just get like this fire here. This thing is going to be drenched. It's going to be drenched with water before I leave. And it's a very small fire. So, but guys, wow, I've been there an hour and 10 minutes. I don't want South Carolina is bad, getting worse. Hey, Ken, how you doing, man? North Carolina. Hey, man, I'm coming to your area. I'm coming to North Carolina. What's it? I think it's the first weekend in May. I'm going to Mountain Readiness in Harmony, North Carolina. And I am so looking forward to that. Hey guys, if you get a chance to go to these meetups, do so. I mean, I really meet good people. I learn a lot. I'm also going to one in Erie, Pennsylvania. And what I'm looking forward to, the one in Erie, Pennsylvania, they have a fishing contest and they have a fire starting contest. And I'm so looking forward to that. I haven't gotten all the details yet, but I did speak with someone, Woman Outdoors, and she said it's in Erie, Pennsylvania, and it's in June. But I haven't been able to find any details on it yet. But hopefully she'll send them to me, or I would just be Googling it over and over and over until I find it. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to the Georgia Bushcraft week after next, first weekend in April. I'm looking forward to the Mountain Readiness meetup first weekend in May. And then I'm looking forward to I think it's called Meetup Rendezvous in Erie, Pennsylvania. So I'm looking to learn a lot, meet a lot of great people. And the thing is, man, it's just educational, it's really educational. So I'm trying to get all the bushcrafting in between. I want to do some fishing. Turkey season starts April 17th. No, April 20. When is April 27th? No. April in Virginia, in the area I live in. Turkey season starts April the 12th through May the 17th. So I want to get some turkey hunting in, and they have coyote hunting at the same time. Now, I've never seen a coyote in the daytime. I hear them at night, but I've never seen any coyotes in the daytime. Be a great place for a rappelling class. Okay, many folks in rough country or even high rises need to know how. Yeah, I used to live in a high rise, but I only lived on the third floor. I look at some of the high rise buildings now. It's like, if there was a fire, the elevator doesn't work. You have a lot of stairs to come down. But man, I remember once years ago in Washington D.C. there was a earthquake. I forget what year. I'm sitting in the cafeteria. We're having lunch. The building just starts to shake. We bolted for the stairwells. I don't know how the stairwells got packed so quick. I mean, I was ready to start jumping over the rails. I mean, it was like, can you move any faster? But the stairwells were packed. And I remember I even lost a pair of glasses there. I had my glasses off, and the building started shaking. And I had something I picked it up, and I just took off. It's like, where are my glasses? It goes to show you, it's like, you saw well enough to make it to that exit sign. You saw well enough to get down those stairs without the glass. But then I'm going out there, it's like, where are my glasses? I couldn't go back into the building until the next day. Went back to the cafeteria. No sign of glasses anywhere. But yeah, that's what's happening. So, okay. Hey, Sam, how you doing? Thanks for dropping in. Hey, guys, so I've been on here, an hour and 15 minutes. So I'm going to let you guys go. Hey, it's been enjoyable. You guys listening to my rants. I definitely appreciate it. But hey, check out the videos. I'm hoping that you learned something from it. That I just want to teach people something, I'm the only one on our rescue unit that has any rope skills. But it's not an overnight skill. You're right. Ropes is not and that's what, even with knots, I've learned a lot of knots, but I have a tendency to use the same knots over and over and over. You're right. Rope skills, it is. Okay, all right, everyone. So you guys have a good day. I'm going to douse water on the remaining fire. I'm going to clean all of this stuff up. And then I'm going to go home, throw everything in the garage, hit the shower, have some dinner, watch some YouTube, and maybe I'll see some of you guys on there. All right, guys, you have it. Have a good evening. Take care. It's been enjoyable. Hey, and hit the like button for me if you don't mind. I would definitely appreciate it. All right, everyone. Take care. I'll see you next time.